Again? Really? Again? Yes, again. After 18 inches was thrown at the village, you can see why this entire hillside had to be stabilized. Contacting some officials at the POA, I was told that there were over 50 truckloads of large rocks used to help stabilize this, and tons and tons and tons of concrete to stabilize the entire hillside. Many places along this road, Jardindilla, above Lake Lago, but underneath Macero Drive, had to be replaced just simply to stabilize the entire hillside. As you can tell, there are actually three distinct areas that had to be refurbished, once again, with hundreds and hundreds of tons of rock and tons of concrete just to stabilize the hillside so that we don't have this problem again. Thank goodness Mr. Ken Unger, our general manager, is also an engineer, so he was able to help assist in the numbers that would make sure that this was a stable hillside from here on out. As you can tell, this actually is on the edge of Lake Lago, which you can see in the pictures. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's also our water supply, so it's very important that we keep erosions down and make sure we don't get silt running into the lake. You can see the large drainage pipes that they also are putting across the street to actually make sure that the water can cross the street and get down to the lake. There is a berm located around the lake that is designed to basically keep water out, believe it or not. Primarily, this is a lake that can replenish itself for the most part. Lake Lago has 3 springs underneath it, and those springs also, while they can keep most of the water in place, sometimes during the summer we use a lot of water, so we do have a 1 million gallon a day contract to take water out of the Middle Fork of the Saline River at a huge pump station. So that's what keeps us going. As you can see, there's a cutover area on this beautiful hill. That cutover area is designed to allow the Lake Lago overview, which looks over Lake Lago, of course, to have that view. On the other side of that hill is farmland in what we call the Dark Corner. And this is the top of Macero, which, if you've never been up here, it is an exceptional drive and an exceptional view in every location. Okay, yeah, it's about the detour and it's about fixing that piece of road and everything, but also, is this not some of the most beautiful country you've ever seen in your eyes? Oh my goodness. This is the area 360 degree, that's Lake Balboa in the distance, and then this is Lake Lago again. I just wanted to give you a context of what this area is like. In my personal opinion, Mr. John A. Cooper I in 1970 was an absolute A, visionary, B, genius. This area is pretty, there's no question, but it is estimated that the Cooper Corporation put over $1 billion worth of infrastructure into this facility, and you can see why. We're looking at the Macero Ridge from another view right now, and back over that hill, the farmland we saw just a moment ago, it is nestled against the Middle Fork of the Saline River, where we get our 1 million gallons of water a day. You see the hill just in the front there, you see where there's cuts of timber taken off of that. That is Green Bay Packaging, which you and I would know as Weyerhaeuser. That's the holding company and the timber management company for Weyerhaeuser. In the distance, that second hill, way in the distance, that whole ridge, that is the National Forest. And actually, that particular ridge is the Winona Drive, the Lake Winona Drive, that runs from there all the way back over to Highway 9, just east of Crows, and that is the backup water supply source for all of Little Rock. That's Lake Winona. If you haven't been there again, that's an incredible place. Basically, from Memorial Day to Labor Day, they also open a park there at Lake Winona that is exceptional. The Lake Lago that you see in the foreground, Lake Lago there, you see the pickup station. That's that big box out in the middle, the white box. There are actually 3 pickup points on that water pump, that water station, because what's happening is that water pickup, I assumed, Mr. Ken told me this one day, that there are 3 water pickups because each place where they pick up the water, like about 15 feet below the water, about 45 feet below the water, and then nearly 90 feet below the water at that particular point. Each one of those has different levels of oxidization or oxygen content in the water. So you want to pull water from the highest point that you can to make sure you get the water that needs less chlorination. It doesn't have to have as much chlorine used. So anyway, a remarkable feat. Once again, Mr. John A. Cooper I, a true visionary man.